Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to go through the 4 ATP Halle quarterfinals and then the 4 ATP Queens quarterfinal matches. All 8 of these matches are taking place tomorrow, and I'm just going to go through them here, go through the lines, the spreads, who I like, just predictions, bets, everything to do with these 8 matches. It's a great time for tennis betting right now. We have guys on grass that we know can play. We have guys that we know we're good on clay but can't play on grass. And we have some guys gearing up for Wimbledon that look like they could be a threat to win the tournament. So, yeah, I have all 8 pulled up right here, and we're just going to go through them one by one. So let's start with this one at the top. It's Hubie Hurkacz versus Marcos Giron. So this top guy, that number will always be listed first, and the guy on the bottom will always be listed second for anyone wondering, because I know I was confused by that the first time I looked at this website. So Hurkacz obviously on grass is great. We've seen it in previous years. He beat Federer. He played Djokovic tight last year. I mean, his game just suits grass. Everything about his game should be good on grass. But Marcos Giron just beat Berrettini. He beat Murray, I know, a couple weeks ago, and he beat someone else notable. Let me double check who that was. Rublev. He beat Rublev in straights. That's who it was. That's obviously a great win. He is on a heater. Um, there's no reason he can't beat Hurkacz with that. I mean, plus 250 is good value. Um, I'd think about taking Giron here. Obviously, Hurkacz, you're not going to get many chances to break, but Giron's already showed that he can play well in those crucial moments. He beat Rublev in a tiebreaker, as I just looked. And he came from a set down against Berrettini, so he's been in tough spots and able to pull through. But there's also the other side where how many great wins can you get in a row before it kind of just all comes crashing down? Maybe there's some overconfidence. Maybe there's some fatigue. He's played a lot of tennis. Um, he's not, no disrespect, but he's not used to going deep in multiple tournaments in back-to-back weeks. Maybe that's a factor, but I think that's great value on Giron, plus 250. There's other guys that don't have as long of odds that I think have worse chances to win on this slate, so I'd go take Giron there as a big underdog. I kind of like that. And, I mean, if it loses, it loses, but you gotta like him with those odds, man. Okay, so next match, Arthur Fils and Sasha Zverev. So Arthur's been playing great on the grass. It seems like grass should suit him better than at least clay, and the results are already showing that. Zverev, he looked poor in his first match. He dropped a set, but he got through in straights against Sonego. Obviously Zverev's a big favorite. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but it's like I think this is another sprinkle on Fils. Like I think Fils could beat Zverev. At least take a set. I'll look at that set betting on here. Yeah, I mean you can take Arthur to lose 2-1. And then there's also just Fils to win a set, minus 110. I mean, I kind of like that. Fils to win a set, minus 110. Seems like a good one to me. I mean, Sasha's obviously a great player, but he's never been as strong on grass as clay. He's won, he's gotten through here, which he's gotten very good at getting through matches. He's just kind of refusing to lose as of late, going back to the clay season. It's hard to beat this guy, but I think Fils definitely could snag a set off of him. Okay, Sinner and Struff. Struff's been playing great lately, man. He's been playing great tennis. He just beat Tsitsipas 6-4, 6-4. Sinner dropped a set. I think he dropped a set in both matches here. This one's tough, you know. Sinner should get through still. I trust Sinner, even though he hasn't looked his best. I still trust Sinner a lot to get through this type of match. I feel like Struff is the type of player that Sinner can kind of dismantle in the rallies. I think that's what he's going to do. I'd stay off this one because maybe Struff is peaking higher than we're aware of. So, and maybe Sinner's worse than we think. So I don't know if I'll have a side on this one. Sinner money line, but I'm not confident either way. Zhang Eubanks. I was watching Eubanks play Bublik, and he was worse than Bublik. He got outplayed by Bublik, but somehow managed to win the big points to win that match. And that's why he's an underdog here, because he didn't play good at all. Obviously, it seems like Eubanks loves the grass way more than anything, because that deep run at Wimbledon last year, he hasn't really done anything since, and now he's back to winning matches on grass right away. But he's an underdog. Like I'd be shocked that he was an underdog if I didn't watch the match. He just didn't look good. I'd take Zhang. I'm trying to remember who Zhang beat. Oh, it was Medvedev. That's obviously an incredible win. I think if he can get through Medvedev, that tells me his level is high enough to get through Eubanks. That might be my favorite play on this top 4, to be honest with you. Because obviously you can't love Garone plus 250. I like it. I don't love it. Phil's to win a set. I like it too. But man, that's my favorite bet. Zhang minus 150 money line. Okay, Queens. Taylor Fritz is getting disrespected on some of these lines, man. He was only like minus 165 to beat Raonic, and I get Raonic is great on grass, but dude, that line shouldn't have been minus 165. It was easy. And this is the same thing. Fritz should be minus 400 here. Fritz's game is suited for grass. It's like this isn't. And Fritz played good on clay, and that's the worst surface for him. Fritz is a threat, man. I mean, we view Korda as a threat on grass for some reason. Fritz is just Korda, but better. Fritz will easily win this. Minus 225 is great value. With Fritz, I'm a little scared to take anything straights despite all of that because it's Taylor Fritz at the end of the day, but he's not losing this match. He's not. Thompson got a walkover against Murray that couldn't move. That win meant nothing. Fritz on grass is great. He's going to get through this 1,000%. 1,000%. Okay. The legend, Billy Harris. It's been a magical run for Billy this week. I wasn't really aware of this guy before a couple weeks ago. He made a deep run at a challenger. I saw Pavi G tweeting about it. He's the type of guy that's great for tennis, man. He's great for British tennis. He's fun to watch. So I have a little scoop about Musetti's last couple matches because I've been watching them closely. He's not played great, but he's managed to win. Just like who was I talking about? Won the big points. Eubanks. Musetti in his last couple matches has just managed to win the big points. He didn't force as many break points against who did he play today? Nakashima. Look. I mean, Nakashima had more break points than Musetti. Nakashima won more receiving points than Musetti. But it was still a Musetti win. And the same exact thing happened in Musetti's last match before this. So Musetti's figuring out ways to get through. I mean, Billy's just playing magical tennis. I mean, this is maybe a little hard overhead, but man, you gotta take Billy in front of the crowd to get through and continue this dream run. I mean, it's just special, man. I didn't think he'd get through Pericard because I thought Pericard's game was suited for grass. And I think it is suited for grass, but Billy just did enough to get through Pericard. I don't think Pericard's game is fit for the bigger stages yet. Maybe that's a bad take. Maybe it's not. I need to see more out of him. But Billy managed to get through as a great win. And I think Billy's going to keep it alive against Musetti. So Draper and Tommy Paul. Tommy's been playing good as I thought he would on grass. Draper is also incredible. He just needs to stay healthy, man. That's the thing for Jack. If he stays healthy, man, he's a top, could you argue 5 favorite? I mean, he beat Alcaraz today in straights. Tommy's been winning in straights. I've loved Tommy in his first couple matches. I think Draper is great value here. I think Tommy, I tweeted about this too. I think Tommy struggles once he gets to a player that's just has devastating, consistent pace and power. I think Tommy's kind of a beat up on the guys that are worse than him and then just get smoked by the guys that are better than you. And that's most players, but I think it's extreme for Tommy. I really think Tommy will just beat guys worse than him, 6'2", 6'2", and then lose to guys better than him, 6'2", 6'2". It's a bit like Monfils, where it's like I think Draper is gonna get through this pretty routinely. To be honest, I think minus 175 is great value. So yeah, that's my reason I like Draper there. Okay, last one, Korda and Hijikata. Rinky, I don't know who he beat the other day. I'm gonna check right now. He beat Arnaldi, and I remember that because I thought Arnaldi, after what I saw with him on clay, would have a better performance than that, but he didn't. So credit to Rinky there. It looked like a tight match though. I don't have too much of a take on this match. Seb's obviously great on grass apparently, even though he can't do it in best of 5, but he can do it in best of 3. I called him beating Kachanov. But if that match was best of 5, he would have lost. I firmly believe that, but because it was best of 3, he won. I'm sure Seb will get through in straights here, but he's one of those guys on the short list where it's really like you don't want to bet on Korda one way or the other. It's a bit like Casper Ruud, where you just don't know what you're getting, and he could have a big lead in the last set and choke and gag and just do a million different. Like, you just don't want to be on Korda. You just don't. So yeah, that's all 8 matches. So I guess I'll go over them all. Just straight up who I think is gonna win. I think Garonne's gonna beat Hurkacz. I still think Zverev's gonna get through Fils, but I think Fils takes a set. Sinner, I think will end up getting through. Zhang gets through. Fritz gets through. Harris gets through. Draper gets through. Korda gets through. So I have 2 underdogs, 6 favorites. Seems like so. At least I don't have all 8 favorites. I hate doing that. I sprinkled in a couple underdogs. I love Billy Harris. And I think Garonne will figure out the Hurkacz code and get to semifinal at Halle. So yeah, those are my 8 predictions. We'll see how many of them are right. I mean, I didn't really throw much in stone out there. I just went through them, told you guys which way I'd lean, which ones I liked, and that's really all I'm here to do. And just give some insight. And yeah, that's really all I have, and we'll be back hopefully tomorrow to review these and then do it all over again tomorrow. So peace out, guys. I'll see you next time.